We're gonna go shopping. We're going to go to Wally World, and we're going to maybe the local grocery store, depending on what I can find. Oh, and I got you on my arm here. So I got something rigged up here. This is probably supposed to be on your head or something, but I rigged it up. I cut a sock up so my arm won't sweat. It's kind of like a sweatband. And then I got this mount that I rigged up here. All this stuff is not supposed to go together, but I got it to work together. So that's what we're doing here. I was in Let Freedom Rings chat, letting them know I'm going live there. So I'm gonna grab me some water real quick, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. It says I'm live. Yep, it says 9 is watching, so rock and roll. We'll just triple check. Yeah, and there's the new setup there. I've been working on it all day and night, and day, and night, and day, and night. All right, so let's do this. Should I bring some water? Yeah, we're gonna bring some water. Remember, the media is the virus. All right, this is a distilled water in a mineral water bottle. And see, I can show you my fingers. Woo! Because I'm hands-free with that hand. So we got Brett in the chat, L Love, Deborah, Jeffrey, and yeah. So here we do. Let's do this. Here I'm going to let some people know that if you friend me on Facebook. All right, I'm live right now on Facebook. I'm going shopping. I'm sending messages to people that have friended me on Facebook that I contact daily, and I'm live now on YouTube. I said Facebook, but I'm live on YouTube. And I'm live on YouTube, so forget that last message if I said Facebook. All right, I'm in a hurry. Yeah. So here's the thing. I was going to do this about 3 hours ago, and I got a call from the radio station that the AM's down, so got to make sure the door's locked. Yeah, so I've been dealing with radio station stuff all day. All right, I got my wallet, got the phone, got my keys, got water, and you're on my arm like that. How you like that set up? All right, so I would have been doing this about 3 hours ago, but delay of game because I'm still fasting today. So getting kind of hungry a little bit, I'll have to admit. So yeah, we're doing this. We're gonna get in the hot truck. I'm going. So this is what's kind of cool. I got this hand-free. You can even see me unlock the truck. Yeah, it has the remote unlock, but that part broke years ago. It's a 98 model. So I hope it's not buffering. It could have been buffering in the house, but this should be better. Look at that. Barely touched the key and it started up. Did you see that? It's almost like it was running before I touched the key. It barely even turned over half a time, half a revolution there. It seemed like half, and it started. So, what's playing in the truck right now? It sounds like Natasha Mabe to me.
The world is state, not controlled through media. Get your perspective on the news webpage. 2 months ago, I saw them care about Afghanistan. They asked, could you be there for 20 years?
Look at the mirror shaking.
Now people there will sell their daughters just to get food. They'll trade their kidney too. Who really knows? So do you? And I'm proud to go because I know that there's a famine. So ask yourself if you can or who's really abandoned. Now you're experts on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Remember when everybody here was talking about Hussein? Don't you realize they're taking you hostage to give you a new brain?
Shout out to Natasha Maeve. If you're watching, put your link in the chat. All right, so like I said, I got you on my arm. I don't have a mount rigged up in here, so you're just going to be riding on my arm all the way to the store. And I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but it'll be fun. I only drive with one hand anyway, so I guess the best thing to do is if I turn the camera this way, yeah, I can kind of hold it on the dash, and y'all can kind of ride on that dash right there. So yeah, like I said, I got this wrist mount I rigged up a couple of weeks, well, about a week ago. And we're going to Walmart. We're gonna do this. Don't know didn't know I was from Texas. Yep, Texas. Jared Allen's in the chat. All right, I'm gonna wait for the neighbor to go by so I don't back into her. I got Natasha Maeve jamming on the stereo here.
They're calling me a terrorist when I know we're the terrorists. True though, Trudeau. They possess you, they oppress you. Now I'm the voice to address you.
They suppress you. They cardiac arrest you. They possess you. They oppress you. Now I'm the voice to address you. They immunosuppressed you. They're gonna cardiac arrest you. All right, so I was waiting for the neighbor to come by, and maybe I missed her already. All right. See, this is doable. Driving with the camera on the wrist. So check out the charge controller in the truck. So that's the charge controller for the solar panels that are in the bed of the truck. Can you see the solar panels? Those are kind of temporary. I'm going to put one back there. I was just needing the space to put them, so I just threw them in the back of the truck and I actually wired them up. But I'm going to keep the charge controller because see how quick the truck started? The battery is just full of juice. And that really does help if you have a solar panel on your truck. You don't have to worry about your battery running down. So there's a car coming here. We're good over here. Let's do this. So if you hear the belt squealing, that's just because I need to buy a new idler pulley. It's a little bit loose. There's not enough tension on the idler pulley. So that's the issue there. But it stops once the belt warms up, and the belt warmed up, so we're good. So yeah, if I just cruise around with my hand on the dash here, I know it's a little bit shaky, but you're resting on my wrist right now. And I can kind of float the camera. All right, here comes a bike rider. We're gonna turn up Natasha a little bit here. I know that guy. That's kind of a funny effect because it's floating on my wrist, so that's kind of cool. I know it's not cool to you, but it looks funny on the camera. Of course, I don't have to have it up there like that. I could give you a view from back here a little more. And yeah, I need to clean my windshield. I need to put water in my windshield wiper squirters. I need to remember to do that. Got Mojo Dragon in the chat, Jess Olson, Marjo M's in the chat. Mojo, I need to give you your wrench back, an honorary wrench. I can't do that right now, but I'll try to remember to do that the next time I'm streaming from the studio. Because I'm just giving people honorary wrenches now, not to be moderator, but just because you were a moderator, so technically you definitely get an honorary wrench, but you know what I'm saying. So we're crossing the train tracks. If you need some ice, you can get some ice right there. And I know my window tint looks bad. It's the original tent when I put it on here. So we're going to Wally World. We're going to China Mart. So there's downtown. This is the direction we need to be paying attention to. Look at that tent. It's all nasty. All right. I'm gonna pull out here like we own the road. This thing's got a 360 in it, so it will get up and go. And it's been modified by me. Here comes a car pulling out in front of me. Ain't gonna have that shit. I gotta love that. Just pull out right in front of you there. I'm not gonna rage about that, but I do have a lot of rants. All right, so I'm gonna turn down Natasha just for a little bit. They're passing that chip bill to, and it sounds great on the surface, right? Oh, we need more chip plants. But here's the first thing. Chips equals control. So if something has a chip in it, yeah, there's a convenience. This smartphone has a chip, I get that. But they're putting chips in things they don't need to be putting chips in. So, and we're not talking about potato chips here. We're talking about microchips. All right, they're in everything. There's going to be a module in everything. There's probably going to be microchips in windows when you roll your window up and down eventually to see how far it is rolled up or down to control something or another. But anyway, so that's going to pass, and they're going to pass it under the, oh, it's green and we get to manufacture them here in the States and all this nonsense. But what's going to happen is, oh, wait, let me back up. Here's why I don't like the whole thing. Because if you read the bill, and I haven't read it, but somebody else read it on a show yesterday. I was listening to the No Agenda show, and they were going through the line items of what's on this chip bill. And all they talk about is chips, but if you look through the pork, that's an understatement. They put, not only do they put some pork in there, they put chicken, cow, bugs, snails, people. They put more than just pork in there. And it's for war. It's going to be for experimental weapons, laser weapons. All this stuff is hidden in there. So it's more for padding people's pockets and war contractors and all these people that are involved in big war. That's where it's coming from. And they put it under the guise of a CHIP Act. So they said, oh, we gotta do this. And then they stuff all this other crap in there for their war buddies. And so they can keep their contracts going. All it is, and it's taking the money from you, and it's giving it to big war. And they probably got stuff in there for big pharma too. Shout out to Basshead in the chat there. We got some bass going on in here. Natasha's jamming us. Look at the mirror shaking. All right, so looking good that way, and obviously this is the first direction I looked, so we're good there. So this could be a buffer area. This could be a buffer area for the cell coverage. So can somebody put Natasha Maeve's, because I'm featuring her music, put her link in the chat? That would be awesome. If anybody's got a chance to do that. I don't know if who's got wrenches in here. I wish Nightbot could do that. Sun Honey, maybe you could do that if you're not on the road. But yeah, we are going to Wally World, and then if I don't get everything I need at Wally World, we're going to the grocery store, local grocery store. But I think I can get everything I need at Wally World, because I need sweet potatoes. They got some good organic ones. They got decent taters, believe it or not. I need, I want to get some better eggs, because the ones I got are soy free, but the yolks are not very dark and orange. All right, that's going to be a copyright song there, so we need to change that one. Yeah, it's good stuff though. Bonham, good stuff. Oh, and check this out. I don't have to touch my stereo, so I rigged this up years ago. I put an infrared remote control on my Kenwood, and this is a steering wheel remote that I modified, and it's down here. You can't see it, But see, I can control the volume. I can control everything without touching the radio. I'm trying to get this where you can see it. See, that was some skinny puppy. So I'm controlling the tracks and the volume without touching the radio. See, there we go. That's more copyright-free music. So look, this is how I can control the volume or the tracks. See, I'm pressing this button down here. All right, please pay attention. Light's green. So yeah, I did that mod when I first got the truck. You can take the mask off. I hope we have good coverage and not buffering in Wally World. We're almost there. What's cool about living in a small town is you're about a mile or two from everything. So. Appreciate that, Ash Patash, for putting the link for Natasha there. We're almost to Wally World. Don't let me forget to get paper towels. I don't know if they got the good stuff here, but I get the Bounty Selects because they soak up better and all that good stuff. And I can use them in the wood stove. I recycle them, so I use them to start the fires in the wood stove, especially in the winter time. So we're gonna pull up right here, right beside the little cart capture device, so we don't have to go far for that. All right, I'm gonna drink me some mineral water real quick. All right, so I see something in about Gray Wolf. He does not diss Gray Wolf. What are y'all talking about? Thanks, Sun Honey, for putting Natasha's link in the chat there. Is there drama in the chat room already? Well, I can always read that later. But yeah, thanks, Ash Patash and Sun Honey. Phone's already really hot, so I'm going to give it a little cool off real quick. And give it some air vent action. It's not that hot. It's about 100 today. Right now it says 101. I don't think you can see that because it's not focusing right, but trust me, that says 101. That's under the hood of the truck with the truck going down the road. Yeah, I get that comment sometimes. You don't care for rap music, but you like Natasha. Well, rap is poetry, okay? So just remember, rap is poetry, and if you don't like the music, listen to the message is what I'm getting at, because it's the message that what really matters. But yeah, I like rap music. I actually love rap music. I like all music. So here's the solar panels. So it keeps the battery topped off, and the cool thing is too is I know it's taking up the bed of the truck. Like I said, I'm going to put a smaller one. And what's cool about that is you can walk around this mess. Hey, there's the neighbor in his boat. That's the neighbor. They're going somewhere. You could sit there on your laptop or do live streams, and you don't have to worry about your battery running down. Now, I know this is going to look weird to a lot of people because I'm in here talking to my wrist, but I don't care what people think. And if I get kicked out, well, it'll be good. It'll be fun, won't it? Let's not do that. Let's not get kicked out. All right, here we go. And I'll adjust the camera as needed. Right now, I just want to get in here. Howdy. So I don't know if you saw that, but all right, so now I can do a little adjustment here on the arm. There we go, so you're on my wrist. Let's find a mirror to show you what we look like here, just in case you just joined the stream. What are we working with here? So I know in the eyeglass section they usually have mirrors, and I don't see one around here. Oh well. Anyway, I'll hear you. Anyway, I'll hear you go. Here you go. I don't know if you can see that, but you're on my wrist. All right. So, what are we getting first? And they're putting all that pork in there for their war. You know, I do need some Sharpies. Let's see, what do we got here? These are my favorite. These metallic ones for any surface will show up this metallic. I wish they had the metallic and the black in a, but that'll get me by. All right, so is it buffering? Let's see. Feds are jamming the signal. So is it buffering? Are y'all saying it's buffering? 1 in the chat if it's good, 2 in the chat if it's buffering. So 1 in the chat if it's good, 2 if it's buffering. And I want to find some of these. We can never have enough of these. $14? No way. These were $4 and something cents. Holy shit. This was $4.88 before, like 80 something cents. And I would buy sometimes 3 of them at a time. Now they're $14. I'm not buying these here anymore. Can stuff be that much inflated in price already? These things were under $5 the last time I was here. So that's not happening. All right. So I don't see any activity in the chat. Buffering. That sucks. Really bad buffer. Let me try this. I'm gonna switch it to the Wi-Fi in here and see if that helps. And we might restart the stream. I switched to the Wi-Fi in here. So here's what I wanted to show you. If it's not buffering anymore, this is what I was talking about. This right here was $4. It was under $5 the last time I was in here. It's these little cheap ass neon strips that I'm always putting on my computer monitors and whatever. $4 and something. Same length, 6.5 feet, $14 now. It's 3 times the cost, right? Or you do the math. That's a lot more money. So free Wi-Fi, messing with your signal. Well, this is all we got. So I was on my cell data, so this is all we can do. If this is buffering, then that's all we're going to be able to do then, because my cell data is not working. So much for shopping in a Faraday cage here. So paper towels. All right, let's see if they got the good stuff. I don't even know if this is still working, but we'll see. And they probably don't sell the selecta size. They're gonna. the ones that don't have the selector size. But they're all the way up here. I'm glad I'm tall. I really don't need this many. This is ridiculous. But, oh, they have the other ones here. Yeah, this is all I need. I don't need 20 pounds of these things. All right. There. That's over the top. And I guess I'm still buffering. Or is it good? Too good now? All right, well. Oh well. It sucks. It is what it is. I'll have to keep my streams to my bike riding. So this stuff here is the butter I normally get, but it's in a different package here. I could switch it up, but it needs to say grass-fed. And I guess I can get this, but it's in the smaller packets. So I'm not going to get that. All right, so what do I need? I really need eggs and potatoes. There's a lot of mask wearing still. And I bet they're not going to have the eggs that I want because of the supply chain problem. Oh, they got 2 cartons left, and I bet they're crushed. That one's still got a little poop on it. All right. Really don't need 2 cartons. This one looks okay. So these are good dark eggs as far as the yolks. But yeah, look at the supply chain here. These things are usually full. It's usually full. All right, so are we buffering or not? Forget about the 1 or 2. Is it buffering or is it good? So just tell me a good in the chat if we're good. But yeah, look at this. There's no eggs hardly at all. And I know there's eggs over there, but this is usually full. No buffer. Okay. All right, so we're good for now. All right, so I'm gonna come over here and see if they have any grass-fed cheese like the grocery store. I'm doing my best not to have to go to the grocery store. They don't have any grass-fed. Sometimes you just got to, this is some extra sharp. Where does it come from? It says no growth hormones. What country is it from? Ingredients. Where is it from? It's Vermont. All right, well, that's close enough. I really don't need any more cheese, but I'm doing my best not to have to go to the other grocery store if I'm here. So there is a lot of stuff here. Oh, I need green tea before I forget. Don't let me forget, I need potatoes and sweet potatoes. They don't have the good bacon here either. So forget about, I don't need to eat that much bacon anyway. All right, better now? Okay. All right. So I need some of my green tea action. Here's the chip aisle. You should never buy anything on that aisle. So if you want to have heart problems or if you just go ahead and buy some chips and eat that. All right. Let's see. This is the peppermint tea that I get. And this is the good stuff. I mix 3 tea bags. While we're here, we'll get 3 of them. So this is the good stuff that I found. I mix 3 tea bags when I make my tea. So this is just one of the tea bags I put in my tea. And let's see if they have the other one. Actually, it mix others this. this one. So I put the lemon ginger, and these are not flavored, it's the actual leaf and stuff. So I use this, and I'll show you the other one. And the other one is just the regular green tea that we already went past right here. So, and this. So I mix these three in the same tea. Put 3 tea bags in my tea. It's the regular, and then the peppermint, and the lemon ginger. And it gives it the best, it pops really good. Alright, so they all kind of complement each other. So we're going to get 3 of those and 3 of these, because I don't like going to the store, because I'm a male and I don't like shopping. We'll get 4, because that's the last one anyway. If we're going to get 4 of those, we'll get 4 of these. I don't like shopping. I really don't like people. I'm going to start my own church. People that hate people church. Alright. I like the good people, but they're kind of hard to find. So we got 4 of these each. We'll go ahead and get 2 of these, just because we really don't like shopping. Alright. And to prove that, there's my tea bags. We don't like to shop. Alright. It's great, good. Alright, so we're still doing good on our signal. Now, what do we need next? They actually have the good peanut butter here. They have the Smucker's Organic, and they don't have that at the other store. I know. Isn't it funny how Walmart has some stuff that's better? They also have the better honey. Right here is $10. I'm going to get some more. It's $10.67, but it's tested for 130, and they could be lying, but at least they're lying to me, right? Tested for 130 contaminants that they're finding in other honeys. So let's look at the date code, even though honey doesn't go bad. This says 2024, and this one says 2023. Yeah, and this does look fresher because it's not separated. So we're going to go ahead and get another one of these. $10, but if you don't have your health, you don't have your wealth. I already have a lot of these in the pantry, but we'll save some for somebody else. But I almost want to buy, just because, yeah, I'm going to get a couple. These are 2023 looking. Yeah, because they're separated. You can tell the difference. They start separating. And what I do is I stir it up before I use it, and then I put it in the fridge. I've been putting it in the fridge. So when you spoon it out, it's thicker and it doesn't drip off the spoon so much. Alright, so the Smucker's peanut butter, please tell me they're not out. Oh, come on. They are out. It used to be right there. So is there any up here? It's one thing about being tall. You can reach things that are way high. Here's the Smucker's natural. It's not the organic. It's probably all the same crap. They just charge you more for it. So I need to start stepping it up a notch and come in here more often. But yeah, now we're running out of peanut butter that I like. See, this is the natural. You think there's really a difference between the organic peanut butter and the not? I mean, do they really grow peanuts without the toxins in them? Well, that sucks, because I've been eating peanut butter lately, and this is the only place in town that has it. Yeah, damn it. I'm just hoping they put some in the wrong spot, but nope. Well, I'll have to just go through my stock. I have probably 6 of them left at the house, but maybe they got a big jar. Here's a big jar. I'm gonna end up dropping one of these. That's gonna be funny. Yeah, see, it's not the organic. Oh well, I guess somebody's already done their job to look for the organic stuff. Don't understand what contaminants he's talking about. Honey is full of contaminants. Honey is one of the most polluted things you can eat, put in your body. People think honey is healthy. No. Look at the crap that they're... Think about where the bees harvest, okay? So it's very hard to find honey without toxins in them nowadays because of all the pesticides, herbicides, geoengineering, aluminum, barium, strontium, you name it. There's a lot of contaminants in honey. And whether I don't care if you think that I'm crazy, just look into it. Honey is not a nutritional supplement. That's why you want to be careful not to eat too much honey. And here's something I want to show you, because it's all, for the most part, going to have some environmental toxins in it. Here we go. Pickles, right? Yellow food coloring. It's got this sorbate 80 in there. Toxic waste. Don't eat pickles. If you care about your liver, if you care about your pancreas or your body and you don't want diabetes, stay away from all pickles unless you can find the ones without the bad stuff in it. So all these pickles, I've gone through this whole section before, they all have poison in them. So all this, they all got food coloring and sorbate 80. Yellow number 5, sorbate 80. And then it's got some other garbage in there. So yeah, stay away from pickles if you care about eating clean. You're not eating clean if you're eating pickles. All right, so we need taters. So I got the tea, I got paper towels. These are the essentials. I got some extra cheese, got some extra honey. I don't eat ice cream anymore. No sugar. So, I'm pretty sure that's Malford Milligan right there. Yep, that's Malford Milligan, the singer. If you don't know who Malford Milligan is, I'm pretty sure that's him right there. Yep, pretty sure that's him. All right, so we got sweet potatoes. I've partied with him a little bit. He's been on The Voice before. Malford Milligan's been on The Voice. All right, so we're going to get a couple of things of sweet taters. These are the good ones. These are the good size. They have a good fiber texture in them, a lot better than the bigger sweet potatoes. I like them better. That bag, it's okay. And I want to get some golden taters down here. Oh, those are already starting to sprout. I guess these are fresher. All right. Those do good in the air fryer. So that should be good. Now we can have some taters. Organic means grown in shit. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. My brother's property and my property was certified organic. And neither one of us used shit to grow our produce when we sold to the farmer's market. When I sold to the farmer's market, I never used shit to grow produce. So if somebody's using that, it's not organic. So look at these peppers. That's just not how peppers look when you grow them. So like this is not what I would be eating in the plastic like that. They look all waxy. Just don't understand how they can, and that's a ripened pepper. That's a ripened pepper. This one's not ripe. These are ripe. and they're not soggy. I don't see how they can get them to stay so perfect looking. All right, so we got our tea, our honey, sweet potatoes, taters, eggs, and paper towels. What am I forgetting? So can I go home and eat something and be happy about it? Yeah. All right, so if you're coming against me by eating clean, I'm 51 years old, and the cleaner I eat, the better I feel. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side. See if there's an opening on the other side, because yeah, there's a line over here too. Oh well. You do what you do, but I'm gonna eat as clean as possible because I feel better the cleaner I eat. So I'm not gonna be able to talk as loud because I'm standing in line, but except for the buffering, the wrist cart's working out pretty good. So yeah, you're actually on my right wrist. There's my hand. See, hands free. Look, Mom, no hands. See that? How that works? Magic trick. Y'all want to see a magic trick? Is it too early for a magic trick? Sweet potatoes are let's see. Sweet potatoes are potatoes native. Is that a question or is that a comment? I don't have a clue. I know that sweet potatoes in general are a little bit better for you, but there's potassium in both, and I like to eat air fried potatoes, and I'm still feeling good and losing body fat and gaining muscle by eating potatoes. So I'm not, even though I eat a lot of protein, I'm not going to come against my potatoes for sure if they're working for me. So Rose says, we eat organic also, better for you, and the taste is better. Yeah, overall I've seen organic to be treating my body better, and I've been doing it for a long time. All right, so I think we got an opening over here. That's good. So this will be fun. The hardest part is getting these bags to open first. The guy next to me thinks I'm talking to myself. That's funny. Yeah. This is the hardest part, is once you get one started, they should fall in line, but this is the part where I'm just going to go postal just for a second. Just, I'm going to steal somebody else's bag stash. Or I'm going to go to a different register. Because, yeah, this is definitely a fail. None of these bags are opening. And get one of them to open like this. No. None of them are opening. That one's not going to open. So yeah, this is the crazy part right here. Opening the bag. See, I use these for trash bags as well. That's why I want these. Well, I'm going to have to go steal somebody else's bags. Yeah. This is definitely a delay of game. I can't get a single one to open. My hands are too dry. Okay, I got one to open. That's great. This is going to take forever. There we go. We got one bag to open. All right, so we're gonna scan. We gotta make sure it falls in the bag. We're gonna do some honey. Yeah, these bags are not opening.
Okay, I'll help you out with that. Just like I'm gonna verify your Sharpies really quick.
You're gonna verify my Sharpies? What do you mean?
You just have to be a certain age to buy them.
I have to be a certain age to buy the Sharpies?
Sure do.
How old do you have to be?
18.
How old do I look?
18.
Come on, how old do I really look? You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay. Maybe like your 30s.
Hear that? I'm doing a live stream. So she said I'm 30. 30s. So I'm 51.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Thank you. Alright, so I think that's kind of fun. I hope I wasn't buffering there. But you have to be a certain age to buy Sharpies now. Why is that? What kind of world do we live in? Where you got to be a certain age to buy Sharpies? I think Sharpies are something for high. We're going to go ahead and do our eggs. Don't you think a younger person is going to be buying Sharpies for school? I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy person, but it's a crazy world. And I know it looks crazy because I'm talking to my wrist to the people in here, but to be technically carded for buying Sharpies is kind of crazy to me. What's next? Alright, we're running out of bag open, so I'm going to have to be putting them in these other bags. We're getting close. We got green tea, and we're going to fill this bag up a little bit more. This is taking way too long. But yeah, I hope that didn't get buffered on the stream when I got carded, or technically carded, for buying Sharpies. What are people doing with Sharpies where you can't buy them? What kind of world do we live in? Alright, I'm going to have to scan the taters. Got those taters. I don't see the code. There we go. Got the sweet potatoes. And one more sweet potato. And then the paper towels. All right, so we're $106 right there. All right, so now I'm gonna do this where I don't show my card. 106 bucks. Do you want? Nope. There is no pin. Continue. And it's approved. Yay! Alright, so I'm going to switch to the stream might drop. I'm going to switch to the cell data right before I go out the door. I got everything, right? I've been leaving something behind. Alright, so I'm going to switch to my cell data. I don't know if it's going to stay connected because it worked before, but we're going to see what happens. If we get disconnected, I'll there's some mask wearing. I guess I'll just stop the stream then and not restart. Alright, so right here we got all our stuff. I'm going to switch to my cell data right now. Should have done this when we're not in the shade. I mean when we're not in the sun. I'm going to turn on my cell data.
That's
all right.
the hard.
And I'm going to make sure we're good and connected before I turn off the Wi-Fi. It's only a couple bars. If we get disconnected, it is what it is. No more Wi-Fi. We'll see if we stay connected. All right, where's the truck? So if it's letting me switch back and forth, that's the first time I've ever had success going back and forth on Prism from network to network. So isn't that crazy? She had to come over and make sure that I was old enough to buy Sharpies. And I'm guessing that people are sniffing the Sharpies. That's my guess. See, normally when I park right here, somebody doesn't park beside me. So now I can't load my truck. So I'm going to have to do some strategery. So watch what I do here. See this right here? This is too close. Well, we're going to fix that right here. I'm going to come through here. We're going to make it happen. And then I'll just push this back a little bit more with my butt. This whole thing I'm moving out of my way. So see, you can do that. I gave you permission. All right, so we're going to unlock the happy truck. Look, Mom, no hands. And see, this is one good and bad thing about these older trucks is it's got 2 doors, but this is kind of a suicide door here. So that's why loading the truck with groceries is not very user-friendly, especially when you're up against stuff like I am. And I'm just moving it back a little bit more so I can open this door a little more. And of course, this is always extra hard whenever you're streaming. And anybody that does any live streaming knows what I'm talking about. So that guy in that black truck there is just looking at me funny. Oh, we had a little twist of the camera. Since that guy's talking to himself. It's like, yeah, you're right, I'm talking to a screen. But there's probably other people listening. So I'm not technically that crazy. Alright, so there we go. Truck's loaded. Camera got bumped around a little bit. But looks like we're still live streaming. Alright. Now I just need to find my keys. It's one thing I need to fix on this truck that's not going to ever happen is the unlock mechanisms. The remote ones. Those things broke probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. Alright, my phone's all out of whack now. Let's see how she starts. Turn off the AC. Alright, it's starting to get cloudy, like we're going to get some rain. I can't remember if I left one of the air conditioners on the solar power or not. So that guy's wearing a mask right there, and it's 101 outside, and he's happy to wear his mask. It's a little bit sad. It's a lot sad. Doing a little adjustments here. Okay. Okay, oh my God, stick Sharpies up there. What? Some of those workers were masked by their own choice. Yes, some of them do. I think, I'm not sure about Walmart's policy, but that one guy that I talked to about a week ago, he wears his because he doesn't want to have to smile at the customers. So, Yeah, I don't like to label people, but if you're still wearing a mask, oh, here's something I just noticed. So this thing had a metal cap on it. This bottle had a metal cap, and I replaced it with a plastic one because the metal one was kind of wasn't tightening anymore. And I just happened to look at the threads, and there's metallic debris on the threads. So yeah, getting a little bit of metal poisoning there. I'll have to address that. All right. I think we're gonna go, should we go the back roads, or we'll just go in the Friday traffic. We'll just be like everybody else. We're gonna turn up Natasha a little bit. But yeah, the mask thing's gotta go. Just take off the mask. It's not helping. It's virtue signaling, and all it does is empower the bad people in the world. So yeah, if you're wearing a face diaper right now, you are part of the problem. And I know some people say, what if I want the right to wear it? Yeah, you have the freedom and the right to wear it, but you're still part of the problem. So I would advise everybody to look into the CHIPS bill and look at all the pork they put in there for the military-industrial complex and ask what is really going on with the CHIPS bill that they just passed. And Obama's going to sign it. And yeah, I said Obama. Because you really think Biden's running anything? Come on. It's Obama behind the scenes. I mean, look at what's going on. Okay, I'll say Biden. I'll give him that much. Biden is as close as I'll get. But yeah, I still think it's Obama 3.0. So, yeah, we might get a little rain. That's nice. It's getting close. Masks are returning due to monkeypox. Yeah, and guess how monkeypox is spread? Through homosexual activity is where they're finding it. Males, for the most part, are spreading monkeypox. So it's a contact spread. It's not a aerosol or spittle spread. But yet people are going to still wear that mask because they don't want monkeypox. If you don't want monkeypox, keep your parts out of where they shouldn't belong and work on your immune system. There's two things you can do. Keep your parts where they belong and work on your immune system. And don't be hanging out with people that you don't know on Friday nights and Saturday nights, if you know what I'm saying. Don't be taking them home. Or if you take them home, you know what I'm saying. Just kind of keep it clean. So yeah, we got some good rain clouds. Oh, Biden. Oh, Biden. Yep, it's Oh, Biden. Or Obama. Go ahead. Always let people in. Even though if they're going to Sonic. Gas is, diesel's $4.69 at the Shell, and I missed what the gas price was. So on the right there, we have one of the world's biggest specs. If you know what specs is, it's probably the world's biggest specs. I know it's Texas' biggest specs. or no, Central Texas biggest specs, because that was our original grocery store when I was a kid. They converted that grocery store into a Specs, and Specs is a place where you can go and poison your liver if you want. So if you want to poison your liver, you can buy stuff at Specs. If you want to get diabetes, just go buy stuff at Specs. All right, we got flashing lights coming up behind us. Wonder what that is. He's not really in a hurry. It looks like he could be a volunteer fireman, but he's not on my butt. Maybe he forgot he left his lights on. So that's where we're going to be going maybe tomorrow. I'm going to take some batteries back maybe tomorrow. So that's the AutoZone. We're going to use the cart to do that. So we're going to be recycling the batteries and getting some money for them. Last time I did that, they only take 5 at a time. And gotta love the chat. Yeah, whoever wants to take care of that, they can. The porn stuff in the chat. So that's the stuff that can be moderated if you want to take the porn stuff out. Oh, we got a flashing yellow. Great. All right, so I'm really gonna have to pay attention. This is the world's worst intersection to be having a flashing yellow on. There's a lot of accidents here. Oh, now it's a regular, okay, so it's working. So it's a regular yellow. Okay, good. I was gonna say, this is gonna suck, but no, it's all good. Let's see. Delete comments. Delete. Hide. Let's see if that works. All right, we got a green. Let's do this. If there's somebody trying to advertise their site, is it a linkable thing? I don't know. I think it's kind of entertaining sometimes. This is also another bad intersection where people are coming through here. A lot of accidents happen here too. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been carded, or not carded, but technically carded. I mean, she needed to make sure I was old enough to buy Sharpies. I guess the best part about that was that she thought I was in my 30s. So, is it that I look so much younger than a normal 30-year-old or normal 51-year-old, or is it that everybody else is starting to look so much older than they should? So we check for the train coming. No train. Which one is it? All right, so we're gonna have to not get a copyright strike there. People that park their vehicles on this road, that should not be allowed, because this is not a wide enough road to be parking your vehicles on. So far the whole wrist strap thing's working. I know it's kind of probably making you seasick. Let's see. Not a lot of afternoon traffic, looks peaceful. That's a lot of traffic for me. That's more traffic than I wanted. Yeah, for a small town, it was pretty busy. But yeah, I wasn't sitting at a stoplight too long. Sometimes it's pretty backed up. So I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, too many people moving here and causing, property tax. All taxes theft. Remember, all taxes theft. If you're being taxed, somebody's stealing from you. They're keeping you down. If you don't have to pay taxes, don't. If everybody would stop paying property tax and the other tax, we could fix a lot of things. That's the real protest. Everybody stop paying the big taxes, you know. That's a real rebellion there. But we can't do that because we can't get everybody to do it. That's the problem. If everybody would stop paying property tax, and look at this. See this? See the side of the road? It's like 6 and 8 feet tall. I'm paying $8,000 a year. See that, how tall that grass is? And the county won't mow the frickin' roads. $8,000 a year for property tax, and they won't do shit. They won't get off their lazy asses and quit playing solitaire on their damn computers and mow the frickin' grass. So I don't like local government either. I don't like any government. The word government is governed. I don't like to be controlled. And the way they're controlling you is they're lying to you. There's the suburban. That's how they're controlling you. They're lying to you. That's how it works. So where's that $8,000 a year going? Where's it going? Huh? Alright, we're going to put our little sunshade because we want to protect our brand new truck here. We don't want our new truck to get messed up. Because, you know, this is a 98 model. Whee! Y'all are taking a ride. Yeah, this is an old truck. 98 model, but back before they had computer chips and everything. This thing doesn't have a computer chip anywhere except it's got a computer module and a transmission module, but it doesn't have CAN bus system or anything like that. It's a 98 model with ODB2 computer, kind of old school, back when stuff worked. All right. The only thing I don't like about this wrist mount is it gets a little bit aggressive on the wrist sometimes. Need to take these batteries back. I got 2 window units here, some concrete. I need to go through all this. I need to sell these, recycle those batteries, and clean up this whole area because the grapevines are taking over my ramps for my truck. It's my tools and stuff that are getting grown over. Can't be having that. All right. So we're going to probably start buffering when we get in the house, but I'm going to do my best to switch over to the house Wi-Fi and see if that works. I've never had that successful here, but we'll see what happens. Right now I'm doing my best to grab these bags. I know one of them has eggs in it. Right now is when I would need an assistant. See, I'm really getting sick of the whole tax thing. And inflation is a tax as well. So we got Poker Face playing here still. And now I'm going to look for my keys. So, would you say that the economy and your lifestyle is better now with the current powers that shouldn't be in there? Is it better or worse? Do you have easier go at things now. All right. What do you think? All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff here. Turn on some lights. And if it starts buffering, just give me a second to switch to the home network and we'll see if we can keep the stream going for a bit. But yeah, property tax is theft. IRS is theft. Any tax is theft. I don't care what it is. It's theft. They're criminals. And the federal is not federal. Reserve is not federal. It's a private cartel. And let's see if we can do this. I'm still going to have to come back and get my distilled water. Like I said, I could fix a lot of things in about 2 weeks. And I'd start with decriminalizing all drugs. Not legalize, but decriminalize. Big difference. So it's not a crime, so you don't need to put legislation behind it. But if you decriminalize something, you still legislate that behavior, and you can still be fined for whatever behavior they don't want you to do. So anytime you're talking to somebody about the war on drugs, which we know what that's about anyway, it's about the cartels to keep them bigger and keep the little people down. That way the governments can bring in their, protect the poppy fields in Afghanistan and keep these wars going in these other countries to bring the drugs in. Because that's where the money is. It's all on the drugs and the war. Isn't that cool how this new CHIPS bill has invested into war? Isn't that something? So they're hiding all this stuff in this new CHIPS bill for their little weapons. All right, so I'm going to take my shoes off because I've been walking around in some nastiness. And then I'll get to take my socks off here in a little bit because I don't like wearing shoes anymore. All right, so this is where the stream might stop. And if it does, I might stream later. I don't know what's going on. Much worse. All right, so we're going to switch to the home network. And we're going to see what happens here. Alright, so if we're still streaming. Alright. Alright, much worse. And keep the sometimes hard to read the chat. Alright, here we go. Let's go put up some groceries real quick. Alright, so the only thing that's sensitive is the eggs. And if the stream stays up, then I'll be happy. Everything else, I don't have to be concerned about. Oh, the cheese. So this honey, like I said, I have a lot of this honey already. I say a lot. I have 4 jars, one's in the fridge. So I'll have to organize these with the dates, but I'm pretty sure these need to be shifted like this. And this one over here, because this one's newer, so I'll use it last. We got to keep our stuff fronted right. Oh, I forgot to get more vanilla extract. I always forget something. It's all right. But yeah, I really don't have that much variety of food anymore. I'll have some tuna. I need to start eating sardines again. Have hamburger meat, some potatoes. We put our taters over here. And so do you think if the message was on these protests for people to stop paying property tax. Do you think that would ever happen? Everybody would have to start doing it at the same time, because they can come after individuals. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's hang this. We got some strategy here. We can hang that right there. So we got taters hanging there. And then our air fryer thing can go right over that. Look at that. Put some cheese in there. It's not easy being cheesy. Alright, so let's go Brandon and cheese. Def the cheese. DEF the cheese. What does that mean? Alright, so we spent $106. The last time I went to the grocery store, it was almost $200. Oh, so here's what I've been doing the last couple of days. Been getting all my stuff organized for the radio station equipment. These are live wire stuff, everything for hooking up mixers, all of my gear for streaming, all that stuff. I've been getting all organized. So yeah, got my seeds, drills, and this is where I can put stuff that I'm staging when I'm working on laptops, because when I work on somebody's laptop, I like to be a little more organized. I used to do that in there, but I'm kind of staging it here now. And I got this rack here with the voice processor and the compressor right here. And so yeah, now the workstation is it's a little more doable now. And I took away the little table that was over here so I'd have more space. And there's all my post-it notes for Rant. Computer, turn on TV time. So what that just did is turn on another subsystem and more speakers. So now it sounds even better. And I'm slowly cleaning off this area, and I'll just have my CDs there. These are all the CDs I still need to rip. So I've gone through about half of my stuff. There's probably another couple hundred here, 150. And I'm gonna set up my Atari gaming system right here. So I'll be able to play the Atari in the background on the stream. So this will be the view. And then I can actually play it when I want to. And I'm gonna hook it into the streaming system. So we'll have a little window with the Atari playing on it as well. So not only will you see it on the webcam, you'll see it in higher quality with this capture card here, this Dazzle capture card that does composite and S-video. So that's something else I'm going to be working on. Just fun stuff. And there's some flare. We need to turn on our LEDs. Turn them all on. I don't know if they all turn on at the same time, but we got that flare. We got that flare. Yeah, so we got our flare going on. And that's a real yellow jacket nest. And that's a real picture of a yellow jacket that I took years ago. Alright, so what is Loud Red saying? Unfortunately, no, I think some people still would pay theirs. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, pay theirs. So that's the language we got to watch out for, because it's not theirs, it's theft. So you can't pay for something that's being stolen from you. It's not yours, or is it? How should I say that? If tax is theft, you can't take ownership of the theft, but it's your money that they're stealing. So I guess you can use the word theirs. So I'll have to rethink that one. But yeah, all tax is theft. And here's the gimbal setup. I'm still kind of working on for the bike. So the only problem I'm having is it's kind of moving left and right a little bit too much. So I'm going to do some more stabilizing action on it, and see if I can get it better. And of course we got our temperature gauge on our bike. I almost want to go for a ride today, but I've had plenty of workout action lately. I've been working my butt off, and I installed the new system. Just this right here alone, I painted this yesterday. I've done a lot of work off stream the last couple of days and organizing my cables and stuff. So yeah, and here's some more radio station gear. I got tons of this stuff I need to go through. I know you can't see it, but it's rack gear. Let me see if I can put a little light on the subject, just in case you cared. So yeah, here's some more radio gear. A lot of stuff I need to figure out if I need to sell, if I need it. Processors. This is a mixer. This is another dual mic processor. This is a headphone amplifier. So if I was going to have a show with 8 people or 4 people, you could each individually have your own headphone amp. So you can also use that as kind of a pseudo wannabe mixer, but not really. But yeah, and then all kinds of other stuff, satellite gear. This actually came from the movie Transformers. They threw it in the trash because it broke, but I fixed it. This is a video recorder, digital video recorder they used on the set of Transformers here in the hometown, and they threw it in the dumpster, and a friend of mine knows that I can fix things, and he saw it and he grabbed it. So there's footage on here probably of the movie that I need to get off. There's hard drives in here as well. I'm pretty sure they're still in there. Not sure exactly, but I'm pretty sure they're still in there because these things are hot swappable. Anyway, so yeah, fun stuff. And the question is did I leave the AC on solar? Yep, we're still on solar, but that's okay, the sun's still out. So our battery bank is kind of chugging along at 12.6. So it's 12.5. We're gonna go ahead and take her off solar because we got other stuff we're pulling on there. Yeah, the setup looks more tidy. Yeah, it is. It's not so cluttered. And when I put this rack here, it really kind of just make things easier to add something here and get everything flowing across here. So yeah, I have all my gear and everything for streaming all right here and working with the radio stuff. And I'm slowly getting it to where I'm cleaning this off too, because I might want to get rid of this whole thing here. It's taking up so much space. So once I get the CDs ripped, I might do something with this. This was from the old radio station. It's got rack mount stuff in it. You can't see it, but there's rack mount stuff here. This is what I had at the radio station. The big board was right here, and the screens and monitors were up top. This is a pretty cool broadcasting desk, but it doesn't raise and lower. So right now it's just holding my CDs. And this was the CD players we had at the radio station. They still work. But yeah, I want to clean this all up too. So, and then I'm going to start setting up stuff back in here. Here's the old streaming system that I took out a couple of days ago. And I'm going to put that in this corner over here. And remember this studio? I'm going to hook all this back up. So there's 5 screens here we're looking at. You can't see it, but this was the old studio. There's the corn that I used to feed mud pigs. There's mud pigs, piglet corn right there. That's the famous corn. So I'm not going to eat that corn. That'll be the forever famous corn from the convoy. And here's the flag from No America, No Party. Or No America, One America, No Party. Right here. Right there. That he mailed to me. Shipped. I appreciate that. That went to DC. And he told the story one day on the stream where that's been. So, yep, that's the old studio. But I have a lot of work to do. So I'm going to switch to... let's see, I know what I want to do. So this is why I set this up here. I should be able to easily grab my streaming gear out of here and fast. When I say fast, I should have already had it. So I'm failing right now. There we go. So now we got the gimbal tripod. So now I'm going to switch you to the gimbal. So the way I set this up is this slides right off. Quick disconnect of the gimbal. And we screw the tripod on the base of the gimbal like that. And I'm going to switch you to the gimbal so I can get some stuff cooking. We're going to probably cook on the generator, or we might stop the stream. So this is how you've been riding on the arm here. We'll do better lighting here. So you're on the arm like that. That's how we went shopping and driving. It's something I rigged up and it's working. And I used a sock. I cut the top of the sock off so my arm wouldn't sweat where the plastic meets my arm. So I got a sock on my arm right here. All right, so we're going to switch you to the gimbal now. Let's see if we can do this without losing the stream. We're going to jump over to the happy little gimbal. All right. We're going to turn the gimbal on and see how we do. It's not balanced perfectly, but it'll work for stationary stuff. There we go. Now we're on the gimbal. All right. So let's pull up some interwebs here and see if anybody's restreaming this. So we'll pull up Let Freedom Ring and see what's going on there. We're going to click live. There's 77 people watching, and he's not restreaming me. Okay. All right, so I guess he doesn't need more content. Oh well. It is what it is. So I'm taking off my, here's the setup here. So you don't have good lighting here. So this is what it is. It's like it's not really made to go on your wrist. I think it's made to go on a cap or a helmet. But I rigged it up with these mounts. And it fits on my wrist. I don't know. If it's made to go on your wrist, it's not that comfortable for a wrist. And then I took a top of a sock and cut off the sock right here to make like a sweatband, and then that's what was mounted to the top was mounted there, so the plastic doesn't make your arm sweat. And it makes it to where it's not so, it doesn't hurt the arm so much, because this little thing really kind of is curved and it kind of cuts into your arm. So yeah, that's how we were doing the arm thing a while ago. All right, so let's cook up some bacon, and let's do this. Let's turn on our light. We're gonna get our tea out of the way. You think I got enough tea? I think we need to put up more honey. Something's heavy in here. Yeah. Yeah, we got another thing of honey I forgot. So we need to bump this one down and move this one over here. And the newer honey goes there and the old stuff gets used first. That's the way we roll. All right, so we're gonna switch stuff back to the grid. I don't have my transfer switch set up yet. So I do it old school. I go from solar power, just for the air conditioner. I only do this for the AC. And now you heard it come back on. Now the AC is on grid power, and we'll turn it back on. And this thing's been turned off for at least 5 or 10 minutes. You never want to unplug an air conditioner and plug it back in. You don't want to do refrigerators that way. Anything with a compressor in it, you never want to. If it's running, you never want to unplug it and plug it back in, because it's on a high pressure cycle and it could lock the motor up and burn the motor up or mess up your capacitors, you know, all that fun stuff. So we got some bacon that's been defrosting for a while, and there's sweet potato on the end of here. from last night, so we're just going to scrape that off because we don't really care. This stuff's going to be fried anyway. It doesn't matter. I say never. I rarely clean this air fryer. Now, when ants start coming in here, that's when I clean it. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, when I get an ant invasion is when I clean the air fryer. I'm going to hold off on that for a second because I want to put the sweet potatoes and potatoes in there and put the bacon on top, because the bacon's going to cook first, and then I'll pull the bacon off, and then that way the taters and sweet taters can be have a little bacon juice action on them. But I think what I need to do first is take off these socks, because I don't like wearing shoes anymore, and socks are really annoying on my feet. So there, we're not going to have socks anymore. And we're going to go out back. You know, the sun is going away, so we're going to kick everything over to grid power. And we'll let Ziggy do that for us. So watch this light flash, and we'll know that we're kicked over to grid power. Ziggy, turn grid power on. I don't know if you saw the flash. I really didn't see the flash. So we're going to go double check to make sure the grid power is turned on, and it didn't flash. So I'll do it manually. Boom. Now we're on grid power. So with this part of the house, we'll go ahead and do the other part too. And this command is echo, turn refrigerator off. Click, click. Did you hear that? So when I say refrigerator off, it's not technically turning it off, but that's just the command to take the refrigerator and this side of the house off of the solar power. And I control that through this smart switch right here. So that kind of stuff is automated, which is cool. So now we're peasants. We're on peasant power. And we're going to go back here, and I'm going to water the grass real quick. So look at the, I don't know if it's buffering, but we're getting some good little storm action. So I'm going to put you right here for a second, and you'll get a good view of the bug out trailer and the storm coming. Alright, much better. So if we're taking the batteries back tomorrow, if it's going to be cloudy and rainy, I'm not going to take the solar cart. But here's the mount that I got rigged up for it. I'm not putting the gimbal on the cart. So this is what the phone's going to set on. And that's the way we're going to do that. But if it's cloudy, we're not going to recycle batteries tomorrow. And the batteries that we're going to take back are these 4, and then there's one back there, 1 or 2. And I got them weighting down the wood right now. I've been wetting this wood because the wood was curled up. It's plywood. I've been wetting it with the hose and then weighting it with these batteries to straighten the wood out, so then I can put some bolts back in the wood. I need to do that to the whole thing because it's coming up back there as well. And then I need to seal it with something. Really, I don't really want wood on here. I'm probably going to redo this, but for now, it's working. So that's the way we're going to roll with that. And my next thing is to clean up this area here, because there's a lot of plumbing parts. And I'm going to move the smoker in that little area right there. So our smoker, you gotta love the gimbal. Our smoker, yeah, the gimbal's just going nuts. The smoker is going to be moved over there. So yeah, this gimbal is just turned off on me. Huh. Yeah, the gimbal just turned off. Unless I hit the button. I could have hit the button, but I don't think so. Alright. So I'm going to switch to indoor Wi-Fi. And if we drop, we drop. Love you all. If we stay up, we stay up. So, are we still streaming? Let me check the channel here. Go to my channel. Boom. Your channel. It says we're still live. Well, let's see if we're still live before I say anything else. Yep. All right. Pretty clear picture. All right. All right. Good deal. All right, so what we're going to do is peel some sweet taters, and we're going to air fry some sweet taters, and we're going to do that right here, and then we're going to cook with some generator power. So we're going to use generator power to cook, just like I've been doing every day. If I cook something, I'm using generator power. I would say that the calling line's open, but I wouldn't be able to take the call. So I might switch to the other streaming system, or I might just, after I peel these taters, stop the stream. I don't know. What do you think? What should I do? How many taters do we want? I've had sweet taters the last couple of days. Let's carve it up, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work. We're going to carve it up. We're going to do 4 taters. And this is the way I do them. If you want to know how to do air fried taters, watch what I do. You can't lose with this setup here. So you're going to need a bowl. You'll see why in a second. I use 2 different types of sea salt, even though they're the same type here. There's different kinds in the other one. So all I do for my air fries is I put salt and pepper. Keep it old school. And once we get those peeled and cut, you'll see what I'm talking about. And this won't take long at all. So I'm going to turn on some more light. See if that helps a little bit. All right. So once we get these peeled, and I always wet my taters before I peel them, because it's like a lubricant, and they just it just flows better. Of course, they do slip out of your hands sometimes, but that's just part of it. That rarely ever happens. We get all the stuff off of there. You'll see why I have the bowl here in a second. That's the most important part, is the bowl. When you're making air fried taters, that's the most important part, is having a bowl. And you're fixing to see why. So these taters look pretty good. My favorite taters to air fry are the golden taters, or what some people call yellow, the golds. And this is the same thing. I think they called these yellow, but I think the golds are the exact same style of potato or variety. These are a little smaller than what I like to cook with, because, you know, I'm peeling more than I normally would peel. So it is what it is. But you're fixing to see why the bowl's important. If you don't have a bowl, then you might as well not have an air fryer. Don't buy an air fryer and not have a bowl. Oh, all right, so you just heard one of the window units turn off. I got that one set up to turn off at 6 or 5 o'clock, because I normally run that one on solar. So the one that just beeped and turned off, it's because it would have normally been on the solar, but because it's cloudy. This is how I cut up my taters for the air fryer. So these are, yeah, now the stupid device is telling me, Echo, stop. It's trying to play music and get me to celebrate that it's Friday. So these are a little bit smaller than what I like to work with for air fries, but I generally just cut the tater in half like this, and I put them all on the flat side down so they're easy to work with like that. And then I start cutting them like this. And you don't want them too small, because they'll fall through the cracks on the air fryer and they'll just be little chunks. You want them big enough to where they're going to not fall through the air fryer. So you gotta do it on the fly like that, and you'll see why the bowl's important here in a second. So we're almost done making our fries, and longer taters work a little better. There's a lot less cutting involved, but this is the biggest ones they had at the store. See, I really didn't want to make that cut because it's going to make that a little bit too small on the edge, but it'll be just fine. And I know the lighting's not good over here on this side. I should have done this over there where it's brighter, but we're over here right now, so just deal with it. Alright, so that was a bad cut, but that's okay. We'll just run with those. We had a section of taters that are going to be a little bit bigger than I wanted. And now we're going to see why we need the bowl. So we're done cutting our air fry taters up right now. Put this off to the side. You're going to have to dry your hand for this. So we get 2 different types of sea salt. And this is what I found that works the best. I pre-salt mine, and I'm not afraid to put salt on there. That was a lot, because a lot of the salt kind of goes away a little bit. We'll put a little bit more salt on them there. See all that salt? And then you want to put a lot of black pepper, like that. And don't be afraid to use some black pepper. This is where it gets a little bit fun now. So then we're going to mix it up in the bowl, like that. And we're going to have some of the best air fry taters that you've had. You'll throw rocks at anything else. If you don't have an air fryer, get you one. You don't want to put oil on this. I see people putting oil and all that stuff. You don't need that. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't add. The oils are not good for you. Alright, so that's what they're going to look like right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this over here. This is where we should have been working anyway. And we're going to put the taters in the air fryer, but we need to stage our bacon first. So we're going to take this thing right here. We're going to move our bacon. That's way too much bacon. I didn't want to eat that much today, but that's what came out of the package. So we're going to mix up our taters a little more. See, we got some stuff over here from last night. The sweet taters. I am going to wash this. This thing is getting nasty, so let's wash this. This is getting pretty funky. So, you have to do it every now and then. But yeah, it's just over the top funky right now. And I cook them for 12 to 15 minutes. If you're just doing taters by themselves, 12 to 15 minutes. You just got to watch it. And remember, you're going to have some, they're still going to be cooking when you turn them off. So when they start getting good and brown on the outside, is most of the time when you can shut her down. But you'll figure out every air fryer is different. So you're going to learn your air fryer. So I can't tell you exactly how long to cook yours. This is a good song. All of Poker Face's songs are good, but and see, that's the grease from bacon and other air fried, but we're going to leave that in there right now. That's just kind of good seasoning. We're going to mix these up one more time. So they're kind of wet now because the salt kind of pulls the moisture out a little bit. So that's what you want. And see all the water that's left behind? That's the potatoes sweating. But that's what you want. You want that action right there because that does something to potato. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that water here in a second. You don't want to throw that out. So we're going to take our bacon. This is more bacon than I would normally eat, but like I said, it was frozen and it came out of the pack that way, and I didn't want to break it, so I'll eat it, but I don't really like to eat that much bacon. But it's a Friday, and it's uncured bacon with no sugar, so we're not getting any sugar. See, we're going to have to make space for one more piece in here, so we're going to really have to step it up a notch and move this over. So then now I'm going to take this salt and water here, because there's really no seasoning on the bacon, and I kind of, if I could spray it on there, that would be better, but I'm just going to drizzle it on top of the bacon, and it tries to run off a little bit, like I said, and then there's the rest of the salt. And here's another thing you want to do. You want to take your little rack that comes with your air fryer. I turn this upside down, and that holds the bacon flat so it doesn't curl up and it cooks more even. So now this hand is contaminated because it's been touching the bacon. So I'm going to wash my hand now, and I'm going to wash this bowl. And then we're going to go start the generator, and we're going to cook some taters and bacon on generator power because you got to use your preps. If you don't use your preps, they're not going to work when you really need them. So I'm doing the best now. I've learned my lessons on not using my preps. And I'm using my stuff that I prepare with now every day. So let's go out there and start the generator. And then we're going to be air frying. And we'll have some good old taters and bacon. What's happening, Doe Show? You're making me lose viewers. I got to go. What does that mean? The Doe Show, you're making me lose viewers. All right. We're going to start the generator. I'm going to turn the fuel on. Alright, here we go. Don't need much to get this thing started. I'll just kind of let it prime because I turned the gas off. So we get the oil circulating a little bit, and then we'll bump it off. Alright. And I got it covered so it's not as loud. We're going to take our bacon. This is going to cook a little bit. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook. We need to plug her in to our extension cord. Come on, gimbal. There we go. So this runs all the way outside. It's not running through a window. And we know we got generator power when that's lit up. So we're going to start off with, we're going to do 8 minutes and 8 minutes, and I think that's going to be good. So we'll do 8 minutes at 400. It's the high power. It's the highest it'll go is 400 degrees. And now we're cooking on generator power. So I guess what we should do is, get the eggs ready. I guess I'm going to have eggs too. I don't know. How many eggs do we want? We need butter. The fatter you eat, the better you're going to have more energy. The more fat, the better. Fat is... There's the gimbal. It went sideways again. So this gimbal I don't have balanced right now because I have the case on it. So I'm going to take you out of the gimbal and put you in a non-gimbal situation because this thing is not balanced when I have the case on there. So this gimbal is going to be put in the corner over here. I'll just use freehanding. So that just makes me want to stop the stream right there. We'll do, see now we have a lot of bacon, we'll just do 2 eggs. What do you think? Yeah, I don't need to be eating that much. Hi Fry, miss you. Well, I'm here. Alright, so Sun Honey put 2 in the chat. Have you even had eggs or pizza? Have you even had eggs or pizza? No, I don't eat pizza anymore, but I still eat eggs, Dosho. I don't do the pizza. I don't do any sugar, no bread, nothing, no ice cream, no hot chocolate. None of that bad stuff. All right. So here's why I put this in here. So we're having to, on the fly, make a tripod. And I don't know where my other tripod is. But that's why I put that there. And I'm gonna set you down for a second. So you're gonna face the I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm making a quick tripod here because my gimbal is pissing me off. I really don't like gimbals. They're nothing but trouble. If you don't balance them, they don't work right. So here we go. This is a camera mount that I just made a tripod with. See, little camera mount. So now we can set this anywhere we want. Like right here while I wash this pan. Well, I say we can. Right there, it needs to be a little bit more balanced. All right, that'll work. So are you hungry yet? All right, so if you have not already, go check out all the pork they put in the chips bill. The bill that they just passed for the chips. It's a bunch of stuff for the military-industrial complex hidden in there, and a lot of other projects for the contractors, the ones that get the money under the table. It's just more theft. It's more criminal activity, more theft. And they're going to say, "Oh, it's good for the environment." You know, they're going to lie to us about everything. But at a certain point, it's going to get pretty scary because they're starving people out with the property tax, with the inflation. Like I said, you saw me go into Walmart and something that was $4, under $5 is now $14.88. You saw it on live stream about a month ago. I remember buying some. It was $4.80 something cents. Now it's $14.88. That's crazy. So I'm glad I bought a lot of those when I did because that's just nuts. So much for buying LEDs anymore. That's just not, I can't justify buying LEDs for $15 for 6 feet. And Walmart used to be the place where you could get stuff for a pretty good deal. It's all made in China no matter what. But I'm gonna go get my tripod. Because that thing I rigged up is not really working like I want it. I want a higher